Since Indonesia invaded and occupied West Papua, there have been the most appalling human rights atrocities. Perhaps as many as 300,000 people have been killed. Particularly worrying at the moment is the way West Papua is being repopulated by people from Indonesia, so that indigenous population are in danger of becoming a minority in their own country. The world doesn't know about this because Indonesia refuses to allow the press in, NGOs in, or human rights commissioners. What further steps could the government take to press the Indonesian government, and what further steps might it take actually with the UN itself, because this situation has gone on far too long.
The abuse that's going on, deliberately so, is really very terrible. If the government is going to be consistent with its policy, should it not be doing something more than just talking to the ambassador from Indonesia? We've seen elsewhere that it's prepared to stop trade. There's £3.5 billion of trade going on with Indonesia each year. Perhaps the government should stop some of it.
About the Indonesian colonisation of West Papua, which, as the noble and Right Reverend Lord said, have led to the deaths of tens of thousands amongst the indigenous population. Will the government do all it can to stir the international community into action on this matter?
Does His Majesty's government agree with the Pacific Conference of Churches that the future for West Papua, alongside Mahawin Nui, French Polynesia, and Kanaki, New Caledonia, actually lies in self-determination? And if so, what conversations has His Majesty's government had with the Indonesian government to put the case that they should give freedom to those territories they have invaded and annexed?
I'm sure the Noble Lady the Minister is aware that the alien and invasive crop of palm oil that was imposed on the people of West Papua little more than a decade ago has caused enormous destruction, is very much associated with the human rights abuses that Noble Lord Harries raised in his initial question. I don't know if the Noble Lady is aware of an excellent anthropological study of this, In the Shadow of the Palms, More Than Human Becomings in West Papua, which really describes how for the indigenous people of West Papua, palm oil is something like a sessile triffid that's come in and destroyed their environment and destroyed their communities. Can the Noble Lady the Minister assure me that there is no palm oil from West Papua coming into the UK?
Been briefed of the Human Rights Watch report from September, which recommended that the Indonesian government unconditionally release West Papua and other detainees in exercise of their fundamental political rights, but specifically for the new Indonesian government just formed to permit UN rights monitors to visit West Papua. This would be honouring a commitment that the previous Indonesian government gave in 2018 but have yet to honour. Has His Majesty's government specifically asked for that latter point with the new administration?